A seemingly clear fire in U.S. economy is making President Trump impatient, and fear of irrelevance is mounting in his mind. A look at the realistic data clearly indicates his efforts to revive one way or the other. Over the last 2 decades, U.S. debt burden increased sharply. In 2005, U.S. national debt was $7.9 trillion, which rose sharply to $36.4 trillion by 2025. That's an increase of whopping 360%. This in result debt to GDP ratio to all-time high of 123%. Position is so worse that interest payments are higher than the Pentagon budget. Foreign buyers like China, Japan, Gulf, slowed their purchases of the U.S. treasuries. Sanctions have little effect, so U.S. responded with protectionist tariff. This tariff raises costs globally, essentially shifting the burden of the U.S. debt management onto the trading partners. There had been voices against tariff regime across the globe. China preferred to retaliate by counter-tariffs and blocking the supply chain of essentials like semiconductors, 87% of which is controlled by China. One of the main U.S. ally preferred to compromise their already loaded with $1.1 trillion U.S. debt, grappling with deflation and aging demographics. NATO loyalty over cheap Russian oil is now finding itself in deep waters and now faces inflation, slower growth and energy dependency on U.S. Voices have started there showing concern over inflation and dependency. India is also opposing tariffs and is pursuing strategic autonomy. India never allow third-party intervention as regards to its ties globally. In spite of the import-export imbalance, India successfully managed GDP growth. India growth more of a home advantage of young demographics. Agriculture sector access is bone of contention between India-US trade deal. India is neither ready to give access to U.S. companies like Walmart, Cargill and Monsanto nor say yes to genetically modified seeds. This disallow access to $1.4 billion strong market to U.S. and hope of revival at the backdrop of friendship with PM Modi. India is willing to look for alternative markets than succumb to U.S. pressures. Now India prioritizes food security, farmer stability, and strategic autonomy, and isn't yet ready to yield. As traditional power dynamics evolve, India is increasingly setting the terms, not taking them. In this context, U.S. is going to face stiff resistance in Indian subcontinent. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel to get latest updates.